The NFL camp workouts. I tell you stories and inspiration from everything. Pro Arena football, name in the back of the jersey. Stories about you, stories about me. I've been through it all. But what I'm trying to tell you is be the best father I can be every single day. My son, baseball and football, has been great. He's been awesome. And I'm going to train a couple of his teammates out here, maybe in the indoor facility, and then baseball. My son, like I said, I do that stuff grinding every day. I always usually grind loud. I'm loud, man. I'm loud. But like what I'm doing here professionally is what I do for me. If I go to IFL in June and July, I'll go there. The last couple of years, I've been coaching my son in football and baseball, and I did not go out there to the indoor football league like I could have a couple of years ago. I've already been out there in that situation. But like I told you before, you grind loud. That's what I do. If I go there in June and July, I'll be ready for it. I know my son needs me out there for this spring for baseball and football. I know the other athletes get their confidence up. Letters of inspiration, people, other parents getting at me and other coaches out there, that means a lot to me. But this spring, as far as football is concerned, my son's a monster. Same thing with baseball. I'm going to train a couple other kids on his team that are already good. One of them's getting there, and he's good on defense. I'm going to make them monsters so they can be leaders out there to other kids that I have that are new, maybe in the spring. Baseball is the same way. I told my son, you can hit like a monster, but we got to just work on your stance and literally knowledge. Run on first, one out. Where's the play? First or second. All right? When you get the ball, got to get rid of it fast. That's what we work on. So you don't see a lot of the fielding on here. We do that stuff. The hitting we do on here, And like I said, I'll show that to people. He turns 8. He turns 8 very soon. November 8th, he turns 8. And, he's been great. I had some people come up to me, oh, man, he's training young. Yeah, he's crazy. Yeah, he's running up hills with weights and doing that stuff with weights. I don't let him work out. I just still have him do band stuff, maybe push a sled, maybe light weights. I don't want him working out. And, right now, 7, 8 years old, weights. You don't need that. As far as I'm concerned, I've had people reach out to me that I should be in the indoor football league again. I'm doing the best I can. If I go out there, I go out there. I'm guns blazing. That's why I'm training here. You're not going to see everything I do. You won't see everything I do. But you'll see everything my son does. And a lot of that stuff is going to be my son, but I'm doing this stuff like I did today. I can put more stuff on here. That's what I did, man. So I told these people a story one time. This is about resiliency, about determination. One time I was in Cleveland, and I was down in Florida, and I was scouted out a couple teams for the NFL, but I never got drafted. I came down to Florida, and then I was missing something. I had a nice thing, working with kids, 1 to 5-year-old gym teacher. Told my father one day, he's like, Dad, I got to stop. I got to go. I got to go up. I got to leave. Because I was missing something, man. I was missing something. So what happened was I went up to literally packed my car up, was homeless, moved up to Ohio for a little bit. And then I was with Cleveland, and I caught a pass behind my head, one-handed. My head hit the turf. I was in the hospital 5 weeks. Brain bruise, 2 days, coma. Brain bruise. I woke up in a coma for 2 days. Woke up, boom. What's going on? 4 cops had to get me down there for 20 minutes. I was like, all right, well, boom. Got up, talked to the doctor for 5 weeks, had to start from scratch. Triangle and triangle, circle, circle, square and square. Got up there, the doctor's like, oh, you shouldn't do anything for a few months. I said, and I remember it to this day. I remember it. And I talked to him, I looked at him, I said, you know who you're talking to? Like, I'm Sean. Malafronte. I'm not gonna, I know my body. I'm like Wolverine, I'll heal up, I'll be fine. Got out there, trained down in Florida. I was some NFL players out there. And then came up next fall and then earned a contract, my first pro contract. Coming from almost dying to earning a pro contract. Almost dying, earning a pro contract, resiliency. When I was down in Florida, when my head was bobbing up and down, when I was sprinting, everything was like I had to focus more on the ball. So look at the glass half full. I was hurt, but look, I get to focus more on the ball a little bit. I should focus more on the ball a little bit. Zoom, catch it, go upfield. And that's what happened. And I earned a contract. It's been pro ever since, on and off. But the last couple of years, like I said, I was offered a couple of years ago, and then I didn't take it because I was coaching my son. I know he needs me, and it's big for football and baseball for this year. But I'm not going to lie. I look at a lot of stuff, and I get upset because, I want to be out in Green Bay. I want to be out there. I see it on TV. I get frustrated, and then people will comment, and then other people are trolls saying, oh, that's you, Sean. What are you doing talking about this stuff? I'm me. I'm going to say what I feel, but other people who speak up for me, that is what it is. I'm thankful for that, but then you get grown men who've never played pro sports whatsoever want to sit there and talk, and that is what it is. I told the kids that story in middle school, and I said, it's resiliency. It's not doubting yourself. If you doubt yourself, you will never do a lot of stuff. If I doubted myself, I never became pro. If I doubted myself, I never had a story about me. If I doubted myself, I never went to deal with politics, won championships, could have went to other schools, but I never would have dealt with that. It builds you up as a person and as a player. It builds you up. It builds you up, your character, all right? Your attitude and effort towards everything. That's what it is. It's big. So somebody tells you what you should be doing at a certain age, that's ridiculous, utterly ridiculous. Don't listen to it. Whatever makes you happy. Like I said, I had something nice, cushy, but I was like, I got to go. Because I was training out there, looking at the sunsets, and I was that's when you have hunger in you. That's when I'm on a field with the sprinklers going off, with a sunset down in Florida, running routes, running hundreds, and being in the best shape I could be in. And I don't want to have the cool, easy lifestyle. I don't want to do that. But while I'm here, while I'm doing what I'm doing professionally, if I got one more go-around, one more season where I need to go, and I will. I'm wholeheartedly not doubting myself at all in anything, no matter what. No matter what you don't see on here, I've done this stuff. To my son, like I said, with football and baseball, there you go. There you go. There is no side effect of what I had years ago. That was done. There's a lot of people that get a lot of, by the way, a lot of bad stuff happened, multiple concussions, blah, 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 blah. I didn't have that. But then I earned, like I said, the workout with the Jets and Seahawks by myself. I did that all on my own, man. But that is what it is. I go out there and do the best I can. And I block out that negative noise, no matter what. No matter what, when I play, my last year I'm going to be a champion. I want my son to see me play in Arizona. If he sees me play in Green Bay, he sees me play somewhere, I just want him to know the resilience of it when he sees me. I'm not done yet. My story is not done yet, regardless. All right? So whether you don't see about it in March or April, it's not done yet. And like I said, you can call the teams up, do what you got to do. It's not for lack of skill, I can tell you that. It's not for lack of skill about a lot of stuff. But people think because you just turned 40 or you're older, like you can't play. And I've done this stuff. I got experience, man. Experience is experience. But, off of me onto my son, like I said, I'm going to go in here, do this stuff with him a little bit. And the other kid on our team, Casey, who's really fast. Sean's gotten so much better. I know he's great at baseball. He's gotten so much better at his vertical and then all of a sudden side to side and then push through. That's what I'm working on with him. He's quick and fast. He's more quick than fast. But his burst, when he gets out in the open, he's fast. So against the Eagles, when he had stuff, when he ran this way, sideways, up, and then jolted to the side, down the sideline. Against the Dolphins, he faked it to the inside on the line of scrimmage and ran for a touchdown, 52 yards. Funny thing about that play when I play it, funny thing about the Dolphins play, he missed the play before that. We hiked it, and it was a dropped handoff. It was another down. So we did it again. They knew exactly what was coming. He ran it, faked it to the left, run down to the right, hold down the sideline in that downpour. He had 8 carries, 139 yards, and 2 touchdowns. That was his best game. So it's unfortunate next week in the playoffs, we hit the team we scrimmaged, the Falcons, and the referees jolted us out the first series. We had 4 plays in the first 2 series, could have drove the ball down. That's not our fault. That's the ref's fault. Ref was ridiculous. I had to yell at him like John Gruden on the sidelines. And I was like, that's ridiculous. You're costing. You didn't call anything for 6 weeks. Now you're going to call us now? That's ridiculous. You got Twiggy and Giggleberries now, but you didn't have them for the first 6 weeks. Now you want to open your mouth and blow your whistle. That's ridiculous. You're blowing on us. Give them a warning. Let the kids play. We ended up losing to the Falcons. They ended up winning that B bracket, and it made me mad because we could have beat the Falcons. I had a quarterback on my team, Quinn. She was awesome, but she turns 9, so I got to find another quarterback. And I've been recruiting, but, that is what it is. But if the kid wants to get better, he wants that focus on being a champion, do the best he can, and learn more from him, he'd be on my squad. And that is what it is. I don't lie to parents. I don't lie to people. And from the first practice we have all the time, I say, look, not everybody's going to get the ball the same. I just want you parents to know, not everybody's going to get the ball the same. Some people are going to get it more than others. My son gets it because he's good. Casey gets it because he's good. Enzo gets it because he's good. Other kids out there are role players, but if they're the hot hand, I'll give them the ball more. If I see someone on the defensive side, same thing as a player. It's in me. If I see a defensive guy, he can't tackle, he can't put in, I'm going to rotate that way Do the play that way. I'm going to move the ball over to the left, fake it out. Do what I do as offensive coordinator. That's easy because I'm naturally like that. I see a defense, I see the weakness in it, and I go with it. So there you go. We got to pull out and do the best that we can. And I will. And I'll be the best I can be with this, as an athlete. So when I tell you, and this is not a game when I tell you this, I can tell you a whole bunch of inspirational stories from me. I already told you this. But when I say best father I can be, first and foremost, best athlete and player right there underneath that with coach and mentor. That's what it is. That's all on the second line. Father's number one, athlete, coach, and mentor number two, all tied. So I'll do what I can with my son. There's not a lot of guys that have kids, because they work a lot more at the time. They do a lot more stuff. So, when they get home, it's not an excuse. I could be doing something. This is a true fact. I could be doing something, and all of a sudden my son can be like, hey, Dad, can I throw? You want to throw football? I'll stop what I'm doing and throw with him in the house. Dad, can I hit the baseball? I'll go in the backyard and hit with him in the baseball. Now, he has broken a window, but, I had to pay him some dollars for that, but that is what it is. But I'll stop what I'm doing and do that because I have all these pictures of my son, put this stuff up, keep his stats, do all that stuff because one day I might not be his coach. I just want him to remember that. I just want to see that. I just want to see the memories of me coaching him and other kids, see all that memories when he was younger, and maybe he'll appreciate when he's older. Maybe he'll be like, oh, man, I remember when my dad used to do that. Not many parents are like that with their kids. And that's a shame. But, whatever time you have, you do the best you can. Whatever time you have, you do the best that you can for your kid, with your kid. All right? So, that is what it is. So I'm just trying to let you know that now, no matter what time you have, if you have a kid, you're doing what you need to do. I'm focused on what I need to do athletic-wise, training for me, but I also train him and focus on him, what he does athletically, know what he needs, know what he's missing, and we work on that. Each and every season he's gotten better. Same thing with baseball. Each and every season he's gotten better. I see 10, 11-year-olds. I say, okay, we're going to do what they do a little bit. We're going to rotate it in. I know you've been working hard on them. You got to outwork them. Your attitude and your effort. Control your attitude and your effort. How hard you work and your attitude for stuff. Now, sometimes during practice, he might get a little off hinge. I said, Sean, get over here, lock in. I make him run a hill, come back. That's what I'll do. Other kids, you're a little bit easy on them because it's a little bit different. But like I said, you want that dog in you no matter where you go. You want to go back there and say, I'm coming. I'm coming for everything. That's my attitude with him in the spring. If we don't make the championship, I'll be upset. I don't care if I got a new quarterback. I figure stuff out. We'll throw short passes. We'll do reverse runs. I got runners. Sean and Casey, I got runners. Good runners. But like I said, I need defense to step up. I need a quarterback and one deep pass catcher. I got Casey who can run deep, Sean run intermediate and short. I'm working on with deep routes. I'm working on this offseason with that. And then I need one kid that can just bolt down the sidelines so I have a threat. And that opens up the offense totally for other kids. Even kids that don't get the ball that much opens it up. So there you go. I'll put a lot of stories on here. I'll put like 50 on here. Because if you go over 50, they don't see it on Facebook. So I'll put 50 on here usually. My routes, what I do. Now, I have run routes recently, but I have not put them on there with the quarterback. Because like I said, I put the ones that are really good on there. And then my training. Just a little bit of that stuff about me. From AI, what I've been professionally, Seahawks, Jets, homelessness, what I do with my son, my goal, my coach output. That's on the AI. That's right there. That's it. It's on the internet with that. I'll put that stuff up there because I don't want to put 40 stories about me. I don't put 40 stories about me training. I'd rather put stuff of my son, what he's doing, his interviews, what he does, and then what I do a little bit towards the end if you really want to stick with it. I figured it out, and not many people want to know what I'm doing. They're sitting there, I'm talking, and they just exit out of it. But my son, they'll keep on the stories. They'll keep it on me. It's towards the end, God gave you 2 ears and one mouth. Listen more than you talk. I told you that. Listen more than you talk to people that actually have experience. Sometimes you got to listen more than you talk. Sometimes you talk more than you listen. But pick and choose your battles. Pick and choose what you're doing. Pick and choose when you bump your gums in a positive way. Real quick, last thing before I get out of here. Last thing, my son was getting mad at the Falcons, so he kicked a flag and went like this to him. He stuttered and then he pushed the kid. I said, look, you can't push a kid after the play. Let your game speak for itself. We're down 18-12. You can't be talking all that mess. Make a play, then do something. But just like I said, you can't, if they're talking, talk back. Be aggressive. And that's what I'm about. I'm about aggressiveness. Let's go be aggressive with that. So I love aggressiveness for my son. He's a really good offensive player. In football, defensively, I think he'd be a lot better in pads. Because pulling flags, he can do that, but I think he can jolt the heck out of somebody if he played safety. Like, he really wants to play tackle. But I'm not going to get him to tackle maybe until he's in 4th grade. So after next year, we'll do 7 and 8 in the spring, 7 and 8 in the fall, football, flag, NFL to get his bearings up, and then 8 and 9 in the spring. 9 and 10 in the spring. 9 and 10 in the spring, you have a rusher, and it's more passing too. So I want to see that game. And then we can go in the fall. But like I said, it's all about who you know in a situation. Sometimes some of these coaches, they don't know what they're talking about, some of them. They don't have experience. But, that is what it is. But you got to be the best you can be every single day. Your attitude and your effort. Doubt kills more dreams of failure. He told that to me yesterday. And, look, he's gotten – I'm getting giddy because, like I said, I put all these pictures up of him in each season, even with baseball. That's my room. That's what it is, man. And his jerseys are going to jersey case. I only got 2 of them. He's got like 5 or 6. Even the baseball ones. I got to get more of them. But I don't want to put a shrine up to the kid. But I saved all of them. And it means something to me because, like I said, all the time I've been doing this, what I'm doing, I get a happy medium. And you have your priorities straight. I'm still training, still doing what I need to do professionally, still got that hunger in there and still can do it with this, and I'm going to do it. At the same time, first and foremost, I'm a father, and I take care of him training-wise. I have a happy medium. He goes out. I'll do something lighter like today. It's pouring outside, so I might have him do the sled because he's just nuts half the time. I have him do that, and then some fielding in the garage, some throws in the garage. Just throwing the ball 100 times. Bounce the ball, bouncy ball, bouncy ball, catch. When you're training, I tell these kids, bounce a bouncy ball or a tennis ball when you walk in school. Bounce and catch it. Bounce and catch it. Bounce and catch it. Your hands are getting better, and you don't even know it. You're training, and you don't even know it. That's what it is. Then when you catch a football, it's like catching a beach ball. It's in slow motion. All right? I have hands. That's what's good. That's what makes me good. Quick, fast, in the huddle, in the slot. But I got that attitude. I got more of an attitude. I got an attitude of positiveness, an attitude of if you got 4 guys and you jolted me down, I'm getting back up. And I'm going right there, knocking the ball down, first down, get in the huddle, get the hell out of my way. That's the attitude I have. I had that. I've had that all the time. My son, he has that sporadically. And he'll get it consistently. But he's doing a lot more at the age of football and baseball, what he's doing at 7 and 8 than I ever did. Because I played football and baseball. I played football in the street, baseball at the park, but never until I was in high school. I did soccer and basketball when I was a kid. He's just switching it with baseball and football. Then when I got older, it was 6 sports. It was all the ones. I did football. And soccer I was really good at too. But baseball, that's one of the good I did. I would love to have played when I was a kid. He's playing when he's a kid. I'm natural. I can hit lefty. He's good. I never played, but he is good at baseball. And I know he likes both the sports. And he's getting scary better at football. But he's really good at baseball, and I don't want him to peak out because he did really good last year. So he was 42 or 46, led the team in doubles, RBIs, batting average, 1 for 3 in the All-Star game. So I want him to have hits this year. No strikeouts. He never strikeouts the last 2 years. Hasn't struck out. So I want him to not strike out and get more line drives. It's the type of hits that he gets. One hit, the ball's in the gap. Sprint. Go around there. That's what I want him to do. All right? That's what I want him to do at all. The eye black is just, I wear crosses all the time. And when I train football-wise, when I'm doing something football-wise, like routes outside on the field or the quarterback, I will always wear this, and I do not care. I'll walk in the gym with this. I'll walk at the YMCA with this and ride the bike and work out. I am fresh out of caring about that. That's what this is. Crosses, God's strength. Sometimes when you're weak, sometimes in my weakest time, I've had instances where God's made me strong, and I've seen a miracle. I've seen it happen. To me, it's happened. So I believe in it. So, it's what's big to me. Some people just wear it just to wear it. I have a meaning behind it. And that's what it is. So, I wear the eye black all the time. I'm not shy about a lot of stuff I wear or where I'm at or how I'm talking. I tell people what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. If they don't like it, they don't like it. One thing I say too, to even kids I coach, kids I teach out there, you're going to love it or you're going to hate it. But one way or the other, you're going to remember it. You're going to remember me. one way or the other. It's not going to be with some average person where you're just like, what was that guy? You're going to remember that, oh, man, I love that teacher. That guy was awesome. Or you're like, oh, man, his games were good. But I don't know. Usually, it's like 99% is great when I teach out there all over the place. And when I talk inspirational, speak to other people, it's great, you know. But you're not going to be liked by everybody, and that is what it is. But you will 100% will remember it. Will remember Sean Malafronte was there. 100%. Okay? 100%. And that's what it is. 100%. You got to be remembered. Whether you like it or love it. Hey, love it or hate it or love it. That is what it is. Hate it or love it. That's awesome. And that's good. But you will remember it, respect it, respect my name. Let your last name be as good as your first name, as I tell my son. So, you know, have the happy medium. I train him just to get that dog in him to get up, get better and better and better and better and better. And he has. I know he's better than a lot of kids out there who have a lot of stuff handed to them and think it's easy. It's not. That's why he's out there in the snow. That's why he's out there in the ice training. That's why he's out there in the heat. I want him to feel it. I want him to feel that, okay? So there you go. All right? Take care. Have a good day. Let's get it.